Welcome to Oyate Today. Oyate in Lakota means people. Brought to you by Native Sun News Today. Hi, welcome to Oyate Today. I am your host, Richie Richards. Oyate Today is produced by Tim and Jackie Gallego. Tim is an enrolled member of the Oglala Sioux tribe. Our guests tonight are Amy Sazue and Bruce Longfox, both working on the Native American Day Parade here in Rapid City. Thank you both for being here today. I appreciate your time and everything you're doing. Awesome. And you're veterans of the show, so welcome back.
Yes.
And both of you are part of Rural America Initiatives. Bruce, you're the founder and director, executive director, and Amy, you've been employed with them for several years now. So Amy, if you could please tell us about yourself and your role there at Rural America Initiatives.
Sure. So my role at Rural America Initiatives actually began as a parent. My oldest son was enrolled when I first moved to Rapid City, and I got involved as a parent policy council member, a parent volunteer. I was a substitute, and finally ended up just applying for a job and was a teacher assistant for a year before applying for a lead educator, and was a lead teacher for about 9 years. It really formed my educational experience too, and I ended up going forward with a bachelor's in early childhood education and becoming a licensed teacher in South Dakota. So I was a teacher for 9 years. I left, finished some schooling, came back and went into the Ate program and was a program coordinator for the elementary Ate program for 3 years. And then moved into this job that I'm in now, which is the development coordinator. And I think the biggest strength that I bring to this new job is that I know all of our programs really well. I understand the inner workings, I understand recruiting, I understand the funding aspects, and so when it comes to educating the community or people, individuals about what we do and how we do it, I understand really well, and I can give a pretty good picture of why we're important and why REI is needed in the community.
And so as a development coordinator, what is your main tasks and duties then?
So primarily fundraising. I do a lot of grant reporting, some grant writing. I do a lot of relationship building and bringing people to the center and educating about what we do, our role in the community, who the target audiences that we are serving, and just what all of our services are.
Sure, and you both are serving as co-chairs for the Native American Day Parade here in Rapid City. And Bruce, you brought a wonderful program to Rapid City and Rural America Initiative, so thank you very much. But if you can tell us a little bit about yourself and maybe a little bit of history of the program.
Yeah. Rural America Initiatives was actually founded by a woman, Ann Floden Fellis Fines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But she started it in 1986, and really she was an evaluator of Head Start programs and just saw that there weren't enough programs for Native Americans in Rapid City, but especially for single moms and infants. And so she actually brought Head Start and early Head Start to Rapid City, and we used money that had been intended for the reservations. We proved that the students that we had here were federally recognized enrolled students who were missing out on Head Start because they came to Rapid City. And we've been at it now. I think we're in about their 28th year for Head Start and early Head Start. And the thing that I'm most proud of, I took over in 1992. They sent me off to codependency treatment, and when I got done, they let me have the keys. And so really, the thing that I'm most proud of with Rural America Initiatives is that we've been able to employ over 100 Native families now for going on 25 years.
Wow.
And when you look at the large organizations here in Rapid City, you know, there's not very many of them that can say that they employ 100 Native Americans. Susan was the only other one at one point, but now that's not the truth. But Rural America Initiatives, now that we have our new building that opened this past January, will continue on now, because I think, you know, we have enough of a footing in the community and enough backing in the community that will continue on and continue to serve the low-income Native American people here in town, and continue to employ people and help them get educated. And so we are proud of what we do, and really glad that we're able to do that, that we're allowed to do that by the Creator.
Definitely. Very, very good program that you got there. And as far as the new building, Amy, what programs or what can people find when they go to the new building? What services are provided there? What's going on in there?
So we have 5 Head Start classrooms and 7 early Head Start classrooms. Approximately 150 children are served in that building. Our Oyate programs are all located in the schools that they work out of, with a main office on the west side, and then at Central High School, and then actually at our old locations. So Rhonda Yankton and the Lakota Language Oyate program are at our Crazy Horse Street site in Sioux
wow.
Addition.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, at the building they'll find 12 classrooms, 150 kids, busy schedule all day, every day, kids and families in and out of the building, the naps and meals, they get everything there. We provide all of the meals, we provide diapers and formula for all of the babies. Our families have to be working or in school full-time to qualify. So that, and just like Bruce said, we're trying to help them towards a sustainable self-sustainability, you know, and so that's what we provide: a safe place, a safe building, brand new, beautiful building built for them.
Is there a website that somebody can go to and learn more about this?
Yes, www.ruralamericainitiatives.org.
.org.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Amy put that together for
And our
us.
Facebook site's pretty active. We always have managers and teachers posting on there. So if you ever want to see what we do on a daily basis, Rural America Initiatives on Facebook.
Social
like us
media
and
is so
follow us.
important
It
in
is.
what we're doing these days. It's so important.
I've seen how important it is for families to see their kids having fun and being taken care of. And a whole bunch of that traffic is parents saying, look at look at our baby and what he was doing today, or look at what they're doing with the babies today, and being really grateful for those opportunities and being able to see it.
And in a way too, and I've seen this actually out on the street, is parents have an opportunity to see their kids or you know, almost check in on them just because they've been posted about or spoken about on social media. And I've actually seen that. So I'm sorry, Bruce, what were you going to say?
Well, I was just going to say that a lot of the local child care and preschools are coming to visit us because we've been able to create state-of-the-art classrooms, and our staff are well trained, and we really do have a state-of-the-art center. People from most, even the school district, are coming to see how we've designed things and prepared a safe place for those children.
So you're taking a leadership role in some of this then?
Yes.
Awesome.
We've also had, so our leadership within the early Head Start and Head Start programs have been there for years. Our administrative team, which is all the managers and the Oyate coordinators, we have about 156 years of combined experience with Rural America Initiatives. And so those managers who are training those teachers have been doing this for a long time, and they're good at what they do, and it shows in the classrooms.
That's really good. That's really good. Let's talk a little bit about the parade then. We're in our 5th year of the Native American Day Parade here in Rapid City. Bruce, if you could tell us a little bit about the history of the parade. I know you've began this program, and this is your 5th year of doing it. So,
Well, way back in 1990, Tim Gallego and others approached the governor, then Governor Mickelson, to recognize what they were calling Columbus Day as Native American Day. And we're the only state, eventually they did name the second Monday in October as Native American Day. And we're the only state in the United States that does that. Others are trying to follow suit, but so far we're still the only one. And at the parade, we started that to support that idea of recognizing Native American history, Native American culture, and to promote reconciliation. And 5 years ago, we as an organization, we had the resources to do that. And so we made a pledge that we would do that for 7 years. And then we would, even this year, we're hoping to find other Native organizations that will help us to put on and sponsor the parade, and really to have a committee take over the planning and promotion of the parade. So we're trying to get everybody and anybody involved, and participation with the floats is open, it's free.
And let's take a break, because I want to get more
Okay.
into that and registration and all of that and some more details of the parade. We'll be back after a short break.
Closed captioning for Oyate Today is brought to you by Black Hills Energy.
Native Sun News has been voted the best weekly newspaper in its class for 2015 by the South Dakota and North Dakota Newspaper Associations. You can find a copy of the Native Sun News at many businesses and vending machines in Rapid City and the surrounding area, and on all 9 reservations. We publish every Wednesday, so advertisers and subscribers can reach our diverse readership by calling 605-721-1266. The Native Sun News covers the other side of the story.
You can't predict life's ups and downs. You just give it all you've got to stay on top. But it's easier with a partner like Security First Bank. Since 1898, we've been riding with you through the country's biggest ups and downs. And this is where we'll stay. Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on. Member FDIC.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Hi, welcome back to Oyate Today. Once again, our guests tonight are Amy Sazue and Bruce Longfox, both of them putting on the Native American Day Parade here in Rapid City. Thank you both so much for being here again, and for the awesome work you're doing, especially for our families and our kids and our youth. It's just really amazing what you guys are doing out there, so thank you. Before the break, we were talking about a little bit about the history of the Native American Day Parade, and you kind of filled us in on that. But Amy, what is the theme of this year's parade, and why has that theme been chosen?
Well, I think it's bringing our community together, and I think that's kind of been the theme throughout the history of the parade. And it's just bringing everybody together and celebrating Native American Day as a community.
Mm-hmm. And so in the last 5 years, and especially for you, Bruce, have you seen an increase in that participation as far as, say, spectators or guests then? Has the community been coming out?
It's stayed pretty level. In the number of floats, we always have about 70 floats. Mm-hmm. And just the number of people, it's fairly crowded downtown from 5th Street to 7th Street. Mm-hmm. And then over on St. Joe, it's kind of quiet, but it's always been, we chose the Saturday because that's when the powwow is going on, the Black Hills powwow, and there are a lot of Native American people, between 5,000 to 10,000, I would guess, and so. We've always had those people attending, plus a good segment of the Rapid City community. But no, I couldn't say that it's growing very much, but we feel each year that it's been successful.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, definitely. Amy, who's the Grand Marshal, and why was this particular Grand Marshal chosen for this year?
So we've asked Mayor Steve Allender to be our Grand Marshal, and we're really grateful for the Mayor and the Vision Fund and the City Council and the Vision Fund Committee. In our fundraising for the Capital campaign, they were very generous with Rural America initiatives, and to kind of honor that generosity from them, and then in the spirit of reconciliation, that we would ask the Mayor, who's representative of all of us, to show up and lead the parade.
How did he feel about that?
He's always ready to go, so he comes.
Awesome. That's awesome. And I understand that this year there's going to be an honorary Grand Marshal. And Bruce, who's going to be your honorary Grand Marshal for this year's parade?
Tim Gallego will always be the honorary marshal for the parade because of his work in getting Native American Day and the idea of reconciliation going. So we always want to honor Tim and put him up front there. So
definitely, I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
Got him a special car too.
And
So he'll be riding.
He's got his own convertible this year?
Own convertible with his own driver. So
that's awesome.
we're honored to have him be part of the parade.
I'm sure he's going to really like that. And he's a good man. He's a good man, so he deserves that. Why, Bruce, let me just ask this, just to throw this question out there. Why is it important for Rapid City and say even non-natives, why is it important for us to recognize Native American Day? I know we talked about it as a replacement for Columbus Day, but just in general, we have a huge Native American population. We have a reservation just outside of our doors here of Rapid City. Why should we be celebrating, and why should we have a parade for this day? Why do you feel that's important?
Well, I grew up in what I thought was a relatively racist community in the middle of South Dakota. And I think this parade, helps to overcome some of that racism. There's a very small percentage of the population which still kind of holds on to those old tapes. But I think also it's important for our kids to learn to be proud and to be open and public in their display of being Lakota, and like I say, just having that pride in who they are, and for years there was no evidence that there were Native Americans in this community, and I think more and more we're seeing that. Instead of being invited guests, this is our homeland, and we need to recognize that. But the biggest part of it for me is the effect that it has on the children, and they're growing up proud to be who they are and have a willingness to learn more, to reconnect with culture and learn more about who they are, who their family is, and who their people are.
Definitely. And Amy, let me ask you that same question. You're a mother, you're raising children in today's society, and you kind of have a relationship with that younger community and that younger generation that some of us may not. So why is Native American Day important to be celebrated in Rapid City from your perspective, I guess?
Because of the unique and complicated history of our area, and our kids, just like Bruce said, they need to celebrate their culture, their heritage, where they're from, and the things that make them Lakota. And to be able to celebrate it publicly and have all members of the community there to celebrate this it's worth it. It means something, and the kids should see it. Our whole community should see it and be engaged in this. And it's to acknowledge the complicated history and start working towards reconciliation and working with our non-Native community members. I don't think anybody here is going anywhere. And, comes a time, and if we can teach our youth, our children, how to work with other people, I think that there'll be some successful Indian leaders in Rapid City in the future.
and anything we can do to make our kids smile and feel good about themselves.
Absolutely.
We'll be back after a short break.
Thank you.
Kindness. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
You maybe know that earning a GED can increase your lifetime earnings, can be a first step into a university or technical institute. But maybe you don't know how easy preparing for the GED test is anywhere in the Black Hills. Classes are free, a service of the Career Learning Center of the Black Hills and Black Hills Special Services Cooperative. Go online to learn more or call. Earning a GED can change your life.
I used to think news is news. It's all the same. But it's not. There's a big difference between local broadcast news and cable news. See, local stations are part of my community, connecting me to local news, weather, and sports on every device. It makes sense. Get the news from the people I trust who actually live here. No agenda, no bias like on cable shout shows or social media, just facts. For news I can trust, I stay local. Support your local stations. Text TV to 52886 today.
Hi, welcome back to Oyate Today. Tonight we've been talking about the Native American Day Parade happening here in Rapid City. And what was this date again? Was it October 12th?
Yes.
Saturday,
October
12th. And it's going to begin at what time this year?
The floats will line up at 8 a.m. and the parade itself will start at 10 a.m. And so the people downtown, you know, they should try to get there around 10 a.m.
And start setting up and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I understand there's going to be a lunch provided afterwards or immediately following. Who's providing the lunch this year, Amy?
We ordered from Great Harvest Bread Company, and Rapid City Regional Health sponsored the meal.
Yum, awesome. How do companies or persons register to have a float in this parade then?
So there's a few different ways. Community Conversations has the link on their website, and it's, I think, rccconversations.org, and it's also available on our website at www.ruralamericainitiatives.org. The live link is on there, and you can submit those electronically, or you can print a PDF and bring it to Rural America Initiatives at 2112 South Valley Drive here in Rapid City.
And this registration is open to all persons, all businesses, all organizations, not just Native American organizations or
any organization that wants to celebrate that particular day. We invite them. They don't necessarily have to have Native American employees or have Native Americans on the float, but please come and show your support and celebrate with us.
yeah, because it's really twofold, because it's supporting the Native American Day Parade, the Native American Day itself, as well as promoting their business, which is important because a lot of Native Americans come to their businesses and stuff. So yeah, let's see. I understand there's going to be contests this year, and just like as in past years. What are the categories for these contests this year?
Okay, so most spirited, most colorful, traditional, the res car, and what's the other one?
Most humorous.
Most
humorous.
humorous. Yeah.
And we really wanted to talk about the res car because that one seems to be the fun one. There's been very few contestants in that area, but the ones that were there were very humorous.
Let me just put a plea out there. Let's get those res cars out there.
And then they need to be registered by October 9th
Okay.
to be eligible for prizes.
Okay.
And MOA, or Mini Luzaha Kola Kichiapi Ambassadors, is providing the prize money for the parade this year. So register by October 9th and be eligible for prizes.
I understand there's going to be a good overall first prize.
Yes.
What is that?
The grand prize is $500.
Wow.
And that's just the best float. And the judges will make that decision. And then second place is $300, and then third place is $200. And then the 5 categories will each get $100 each.
That's some pretty generous prizes, yeah, for a fun day. Who are the judges this year then? I understand there's going to be some judging going on. Who's the judges this year?
Do you want to do it? Or?
Well, we have a couple members of our board. We have Jackie Arpan and Carol Marshall, and we asked them because they're part of our own board of directors and appreciate their participation. We also have Kathy Labonte and Art Zimaga. They'll be judges. Dion Whiting, who is a former Ateapi mentor and is now a teacher at Nolan Elementary. And we'll have Heather Dawn Thompson. And who are the other ones? Bev Running Bear.
Running Bear.
From the Circle of Elders with
Yes.
Rapid City Community Conversations.
I think that's it.
And who are some of the major sponsors of this event, and who's helping out in this year?
Minalusahan Okola Kichiapi Ambassadors is sponsoring the prizes, which is fairly large. Regional Health is sponsoring the lunch. Rural America Initiatives is sponsoring some of the categories as well. Let's see, and Cloverleaf Foundation is kind of one of the most. They provide the most money for it. So
that's awesome.
And the cars are coming from Liberty. They're
cool.
providing cars for the dignitaries.
It's kind of an in-kind contribution.
That's a nice donation.
About 16 new cars.
And I understand you've invited tribal representatives as well, Amy.
Yeah, we try to make it diverse. We try to get representatives from the Rapid City community, both non-Native and Native leaders in the city, but we also reached out to tribal leadership and chiefs of police and surrounding area just to have that representation here at the parade.
That's awesome. Any last words, Bruce?
Please come, both as put in a float or just come and watch, bring the kids and have a good time.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming on our show, and
Thanks
thank you
for
for the
having
work
us.
you're doing and supporting our youth and our children and our community. So I would like to thank our producers. I'd like to thank our sponsors. I want to thank Prairie Edge for hosting our show tonight, and I want to thank you for making Oyate today a part of your night. And just on a side note, I buried my brother Creighton Whiteeyes earlier this week, and I just wanted to dedicate this show in honor of him. You're going to be loved and missed, brother. Thank you.
You've been watching Oyate Today, brought to you by Native Sun News Today.
Way at all.